The year was 2487, and humanity had long since spread across the stars, colonizing countless planets in various star systems. The people of Earth had changed over the centuries, evolving in ways no one had expected. Yet, nothing prepared them for the day they discovered a secret hidden deep within their DNA, something that would make every alien species in the galaxy look at them with awe and fear. On a distant world called Itala, a group of human explorers landed after receiving strange signals from the planet's surface. Their mission was simple: investigate and explore. They had no idea what they were about to uncover. Itala was a planet that orbited a massive, fiery sun. The planet's surface was nearly inhospitable, constantly battered by intense sunlight and temperatures that could melt metal. Any species that called Itala home had adapted to these conditions over thousands of years, developing thick skins and special shields to protect them from the burning rays of the sun. The few who'd survived had evolved to live in the shadows of mountains, where they avoided the sun's deadly reach. But the humans were different. As the humans stepped out of their ships, they felt the heat, but it didn't affect them the way it affected the natives. The scorching sunlight didn't burn their skin. It didn't sizzle their flesh. Instead, the human bodies absorbed the light, feeling a warm, comforting embrace from the sun's rays. Their skin shimmered under the sunlight, untouched by its ferocity. At first, the explorers thought it was a fluke, a strange coincidence. They had come across many planets with unusual environments, but this one was different. As they trekked across the planet, they discovered that no matter how much time they spent in the sun, they didn't suffer any of the effects that the native species did. Meanwhile, the native species of Itala, known as the Italans, watched from afar. They had long known that humans were a unique species, but this discovery left them astounded. How could it be? They had spent millennia adapting to the harsh conditions of their world, yet here were the humans, immune to the very thing that had shaped their civilization, the sun itself. News of the human invulnerability spread quickly across the galaxy. The Italans were not the only ones who took notice. Soon, alien civilizations from other worlds came to Itala, drawn by the legend of humanity's strange gift. Ships from the Zogoth Empire, the Krill Collective, and even the technologically advanced Silzar sent emissaries to witness this unbelievable phenomenon. "What is this power?" the Krill ambassador asked, his eyes wide in disbelief as he observed the humans strolling casually in the sun, unscathed. The humans stood tall, basking in the warmth of the sunlight as they explained their discovery. They had no real answers. Their scientists were still trying to understand the genetic mutations that had occurred over centuries of space travel. It was a mystery they hadn't solved yet, but the effect was clear. Humans were invulnerable to the sun's lethal rays. The Zogoth, a fierce warrior race, began to question their superiority. The Krill, known for their mind-bending telepathic abilities, began to sense a new kind of power within humanity that they couldn't comprehend. The Silzar, who had achieved almost godlike status with their technology, found themselves puzzled and intrigued by the humans' natural immunity. What was it about humans that allowed them to survive in conditions where no other species could? The Italans, for the first time in their long history, felt a spark of something new. They had once believed themselves to be the most adapted, the most resilient of all life forms. But the humans had done the impossible. They had conquered the sun, the force that had shaped their world for eons. A council was held on the surface of Itala, where representatives from various species gathered. It was a tense meeting as the different races discussed the implications of humanity's discovery. They knew that if this invulnerability spread, humanity could become the most powerful species in the galaxy. They had the potential to live in the harshest environments, to conquer planets that no one else could even approach. "What does this mean for us?" asked one of the Silzar elders. "If humans can survive in the sun, what else can they do?" The humans, still unaware of the full weight of their discovery, continued to explain that they were not immune to everything. They still had their weaknesses, their flaws, but the invulnerability to sunlight was something they could not ignore. The council debated for hours, but the Italans were the first to speak in favor of humanity. Their leader, a wise old Italan named Vrel, stood up and addressed the room. It is not the invulnerability to sunlight that makes humanity special, Vrel said in a deep, resonant voice. It is the courage to explore, to challenge the impossible, to adapt, to grow, and to reach beyond the stars. That is what makes them powerful. The other species fell silent. The words of Vrel hung in the air, and for the first time in their history, the Italans felt a deep respect for humanity. They had never seen such bravery, such an ability to adapt and thrive in the face of the unknown. In the days that followed, humanity became a symbol of hope and strength across the galaxy. The Zogath, Krill, and Stilzar began to send emissaries to Earth, eager to learn from the humans' resilience and ingenuity. The once frightened species now saw humanity as something different, a species capable of achieving the impossible. And as humanity stood beneath the harsh rays of distant suns, they did so with a quiet sense of pride. They had once been a fragile species, struggling to survive on a single planet. Now they stood as beacons of invulnerability, their hearts burning with the power of 1,000 suns. The galaxy would never be the same.